Fuck.
We don't have an intro, guys. Welcome back. You know
we
what it is.
still don't have an intro.
You know what it is. That's it.
It's the dad show.
You know what you're here for.
B. Brown, Dahlia, star of the show, over there. And I just want to kick it off. I thought my audio was shit last week, so
Yeah.
I am fingers fucking crossed that when I listen back to myself, I can hear myself. And
So
I have to try and enunciate because I think I mumble a lot. So
every episode so far, only 2,
I've not been happy
with the audio. Because the first week, he was like, his mic was like this far away.
It was not that fucking far away. Calm down.
It was like this far away.
No.
And
they've got no
couldn't hear
context. They
him.
can't even see how far away that is anyway.
No, you didn't. It's out of the frame.
Piss off.
Anyways, and then last week it was a little bit closer,
It was close. It was closer than this.
but it was
But
on a
today's gonna
wrong
be better.
angle or whatever, and it's been messing with him. And I could tell because it's I be editing. You guys all know I'm not editing shit, but anyways, that he wants me to like re-record.
Re-record?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I feel like you. I feel like you. I feel like
straight up bullshit.
I feel
I wasn't going to ask to re-record.
Yeah, I know you weren't
shit
going to
that we already
ask,
said. What are
but
you
let me
talking
finish
about?
what I was saying. I just mean like when we're done and we start listening to it, he's like looking at me with this uncertainty. Like I can tell he's unhappy with it. But me, I'm just like, just get it out there.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
we have
still
to keep
get it
doing
out there.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like if I said, oh, should we try again? He'll be like, yeah.
Try again, a whole another hour?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't have said try
well,
again.
that's how I
would
felt.
have I would have said just use the
It
backup.
makes me feel like that.
I would have said just use the backup mic.
Yeah, I know, but I don't
We've got a
like
backup
using the
mic.
back. Yeah, so the first episode we used the backup mic. I'm pretty sure we already told you this last week. Anyways,
Move along.
we're back. And the audio is going to be AO
Motherfucking K.
period. What else are we going to talk about?
What a way to start.
Seriously.
What?
I was going to tell you something,
We didn't
but I fully
prepare at
forgot.
all today, I feel like.
Yeah, I know, we didn't. But we've written things on
We've
the
written
board.
things down, but we didn't prepare
Yeah, but it's fine.
and say how we're going to start or anything.
So basically, we were thinking this week, because it's Dad's birthday next week.
What a bullshit.
What?
You're trying to say about the subject that I wrote up there. How we get into
This man, like if he has a good segue, that's okay. But if I try, it's bullshit.
Yours was a lie.
I don't care. Go with it.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Seriously, this
Roll
is
with it.
showbiz, kid. Seriously.
Kid. Oh, fuck. Oh, old Daly
Okay.
over here. Pulling out the kid. Fuck yeah.
You calling me old and me calling you kid is crazy.
Okay,
Anyways,
roll with your segue then.
thank you. So because it's Dad's birthday next week, I've been asking him what he wants for his birthday. He's been talking about presents, whatever.
And that got me to thinking,
Yes.
have you ever had an unappreciated gift?
How smooth that could have been.
Yes. Next
Because
time
I'm
I'll
not
try and roll
editing
with it.
any of that out. Okay.
So yeah, have you ever received a gift that you did not appreciate at first, but then later on came to appreciate?
And I'm just going to go first because mine's going to be weak because I'm very grateful person. I practice.
No, you're fucking spoiled and you always get fucking amazing gifts.
And I'm also a grateful person.
Okay.
So you're trying to say you just raised a spoiled little brat without no gratitude?
Might have used a different B word there, but
I'm
anyway.
very grateful. Anyways, I was going to say bitch too, but anyways. Shout out to my grandma, first of all. Okay? She got me back in my day, guys. I've been on YouTube, okay? That's one thing you need to know. And I used to make these little videos on this little camera, whatever. And I was like begging my grandma to like set me up so I could be a full YouTuber. And I was like begging for like a $2,000 laptop and a $3,000 camera and everything like that.
Didn't you have a channel with like 3,000 subscribers or 300 something?
No.
Your fucking One Direction bloody page?
No, I had a One Direction page with 10,000 followers. That's different.
Okay,
That's different.
Okay. Does that mean we can find this old YouTube footage? If somebody really wanted
Why would you bring that up?
So somebody could? If they really
No, they
wanted
couldn't. No, they couldn't. I got that shit locked down. That shit is private. You
Okay.
can't find it.
So it is out there.
One day I might release the footage for a laugh. Anyways, and yeah, I was begging my grandma to set me up to be a big YouTuber, and she bought me a camera for Christmas, but it wasn't the $3,000 camera.
Wasn't the camera you wanted.
But now those type of cameras are trending again because everyone wants to rewind. Everyone wants digital cameras and hard media. That's what they're calling it, I think. Real media, whatever.
idea.
So like DVDs, CDs, real pictures, photo albums,
Anyway.
all of that. So now I appreciate the camera because it's trending now.
Oh my
So I
god.
can use it now.
So it's 20 years later.
20 years
You
later.
appreciate it.
Well, first of all, I'm not 35. 10 years later, let's keep it a buck.
Alright.
But what was yours? I've been curious. He's been like asking me this question all week, and I've been trying to prepare. So now I'm very curious.
Okay.
Curious. What are you gonna say?
How long ago would this be? 20-ish years ago, roughly?
So I was alive?
When I was in my DVD era?
Yeah.
So
Wait, you need it. We need to set the scene because the way that my dad was in his DVD era, we used to live in a house with built-in shelves.
built-in bookshelves.
Yeah, pretty much from the ground to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And they were long rows. They were probably about 3 meters
Yep.
long. And I had 2 full rows.
I feel like it was more.
It might have gone to more. Probably, 400 DVDs
Yeah.
maybe, roughly.
Yep. Limited edition Hulk.
I'm not sure if...
Limited edition Harry Potters.
Oh, bro. Fuck, some of those must be worth
Something.
some coin, and I don't have any of them anymore.
Yeah, they're all gone.
All bloody gone.
Anyways.
So yeah, I was in my DVD era. So every birthday, everyone bought me DVDs.
Yep.
So I was always expecting DVDs.
Yeah.
But your uncle Shannon
Yeah.
at work gave me his present,
Yeah.
and it was in a small case, and I was like, oh, it's a
What
weird
is
case for a
this?
DVD.
Yeah.
Open it up, it was DMX, and then there was X, and I was like, what the fuck you giving me this for? I really didn't want it, like, because I was expecting a DVD,
Yeah.
and I didn't really listen to DMX like
What?
that much at that time. Yeah, so that was an underappreciated gift, but that changed the course of my music listening.
It changed the course of your life. That's a life-changing album.
Because DMX is in my top 3.
Yeah.
So that put me on to, was it Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood? What's the other one? I can't remember now.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
That's
so I did not appreciate that
insane
gift.
at the time.
No.
But
now he's in my
DMX
top
is
3.
yeah.
And I've been listening to him hard out ever since I just thought of
Yeah.
thought of it last week.
Yeah.
And fucking finding heaps of little hidden gems in his albums.
Yeah.
Because I'm a lazy Spotify listener.
Yeah.
I just listen to daily mixes.
Nobody listens to albums anymore.
No. So yeah, just all daily mixes and just the mixes that they make for me. But I've
Yeah.
been listening to his albums, first 3 mainly.
Yeah.
Oh man, so many good songs that don't come up in
R.I.P.
normal playlists.
Yeah.
So fuck yeah, that was me.
That is so insane. Like, because in my mind, my dad has always been a big DMX fan.
Yeah, but no,
Like, always, my
no,
whole life.
no. That's what put me on. I probably,
Shout out Uncle Shan.
I
Shout
did
out
listen to
Uncle
DMX,
Shan.
but not enough to warrant.
One thing about Uncle Shan,
Buying
he
an
is
album.
going to put you on. He's going to put you on something. I remember, I'm pretty sure Mum told me that the first movie I ever watched in the cinemas was with Uncle Shan. Lilo and Stitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! And you're obsessed with
And Lilo and Stitch is my favorite movie. I've already talked about it,
Yeah.
first episode. But yeah. So Uncle Shan be putting people on. He also bought me, he's the one that bought me that Pikachu teddy bear when I was born.
You're not a big Pokemon person.
Nah, but I still got the teddy bear.
he loved
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Crazy. That's actually insane because, wow. DMX is such a staple in your, like,
Music listening
Yes.
life. Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, shout out to that. Shout out to that gift. And
Can't think of anything else.
I thought of something else. like really, really that I didn't appreciate that actually I really loved.
But you
But
don't
I
know what
forgot.
it is? So no point?
Oh, this is a bit of a spin-off. This is a bit of a Dahlia gets to tell her story. And you were there. And you should remember.
Fuck, I probably won't.
Christmas. Let me paint a picture. Christmas. 2014. 2014.
Who cares? Carry
We're at
on.
my grandma's house, okay? And all year, because I used to have a Samsung Galaxy S3 at this time. And all year I'd be asking, yeah, start laughing now. Start laughing now. All year I
Hey, a
have
bit
been,
of childhood trauma never
Yeah.
hurt anyone. Right?
well, debatable. All year I've been asking for an iPhone. I really wanted to be an iPhone girl. And then we get to Christmas. Everybody's picking their gifts. I pick up this gift and everyone's like, oh, you can't open that. You know, you save the big gifts for last. We
Save
all
the
do
best
that.
for last.
So they're like, oh, you can't open that. You can't open that. I'm thinking, that's not a fucking iPhone. Because they've wrapped it in a weird situation. So I was like, what the hell is going on? Anyways, finally, I get to open the gift. It's in a Vodafone bag, like scrunched up. I open it. It's in an iPhone case. And at the time, this is a little bit of lore that you need to know. Like, my grandparents owned a computer recycling business, and like they used to get old phones, phone boxes, old laptops, things,
We had
whatever.
everything we needed.
You had
for
this amazing gift.
We had everything we needed.
So I'm thinking, wow, I got my iPhone. I'm so happy. I'm like smiling ear to ear. I'm like, Christmas miracle. I love my life. I am a spoiled little bitch. And I open it up. Before I open it up, my uncle, he's sitting there. He's laughing at me. I'm thinking, why the fuck is he laughing at me? Because this is a great moment. And he said, oh, you won't be smiling in a second. I said, what?
Had to ruin it.
I said, what?
Had to ruin it.
What the hell does that mean? I unraveled a box. I lift it open. It's nothing but a broken Samsung in there. A broken Samsung in an iPhone box. I dropped that shit to the ground. I ran to the bathroom. I just started crying. I was like, wow, it's just because everybody was like laughing. Everyone was laughing at me, pointing at me. You know what I mean? IPhone. I was old. I was like 14. I was 15, 14.
Right.
Old enough. I needed that iPhone.
Bro,
that was clowning me.
That phone would have been better than mine.
That was clowning me.
Anyways. Crying in the bathroom.
Distraught. I was like, my family doesn't even love me. They
teenage movie moments.
Seriously.
Crying in the bathroom.
Don't even get me started. But I had a few teenage movie moments crying in the bathroom.
Anyway, back to the story.
And then I go back into the lounge. My grandma's like, oh, we should never done that. We should never done that to her. Can't believe you guys told me to do that. And then she gave me the iPhone. Spoiled little bit.
Yes, she still ended up.
I still got my iPhone, but damn. So I don't know if that fits the unappreciated, but it's sort of up there.
That was a prank.
Yeah.
We messed with you.
It was not funny. It was not funny.
Would have made you appreciate the iPhone a bit more.
No, I wanted that iPhone all year long. I would have appreciated that iPhone no matter what.
Yeah. That's the way it goes sometimes.
Crazy. Oh, it's actually so crazy. And then that iPhone is the same phone that you took off me for 6 months.
Oh.
You know what the craziest thing? This man, you guys don't understand how creative this man is when it comes to discipline. I could tell so many stories about that. Punishments, discipline, whatever you want to call it.
Don't fuck up. Don't get punished. Simple.
Even from 5 years old. Like, seriously.
You learned lessons? Did you learn lessons?
I learned lessons, but damn near torture. Yeah. Seriously. Child labour. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you ever got in trouble at school, were you more scared of the teacher or me finding out?
Depend on the teacher.
Piss off.
You know I had that one teacher that I really hated.
Anyway.
But
so yeah. Your iPhone. Same iPhone they got.
Oh yeah, they got taken off me for 6 months. And the craziest part about that is we moved from New Zealand to Australia, right? And my last 6 months of being with my friends, living in New Zealand, I didn't have a phone. I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't a part of the group chats. I was on an Instagram. I wasn't even allowed Instagram. Let's not even go there.
Do you remember what you did for this conference?
No. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Worthy, right?
No, not worthy.
Why?
And I will
What was it
stand
then?
10 toes down
What was
on
it
that.
then?
If okay, so I'm smart, okay? Like, not to sound fucked up.
Little braggadocious.
But-
Carry on.
And this particular year, I got a report card that was mediocre. I wasn't failing. I didn't fail anything. Maybe one subject, but I was passing everything.
Could you have been?
I could have been better. I could have been above average. I could have, but I was passing everything. So what's a problem? And that wasn't good enough
But
for
if you
him.
could do better,
That wasn't good enough
then
for
do
him.
better.
That wasn't good enough for him. Me passing wasn't good enough for him. So he took my phone off me
You
for
say it
6
like-
months.
It's the drop off from one to the next.
What do you mean?
You
What do you
weren't just average
Yeah, but
the time before that. You were above average.
But then things
and
happen.
you just dropped down to
life
average.
happens. You know what I mean? Like, all these changes
Yeah,
were going
but
on in my life at that
You
time.
were the one that set
And
the
I could
standard.
have had a little bit of leniency.
You had the standard, you dropped it. And I wanted to get you back to
I
it.
will just never think that punishment fit that crime.
But anyway.
In
so-
my mind. Because
but-
those were my
but-
last
but-
6 months with my friends.
Well, I gave you an opportunity to get the phone back.
No,
Did
he
I
didn't
not?
give me the opportunity. I came to him. I had a master plan. I had the greatest plan of all. I said to my dad, I said, okay, you got my phone or whatever. He, ha, ha. At this time, I had an MP3 player. That's what was
You
getting
said
me
you had
through my
You said
life.
you had a backup phone too.
I didn't have a backup phone, but I did have a Samsung tablet and I had 3
Oh, that's
laptops.
right.
Like I said, my grandma owned a computer recycling business. I had a lot of devices on the low that could not get taken away from
Anyway.
me. But I came to my dad. I said, if I get 500 signatures on a
I'm pretty
petition,
sure you said 100 or 200, and I said 500.
oh, I can't remember, but I thought I came to you with the 500.
Maybe.
500 signatures on this petition, we give me my phone back. And he was like, yep. I got about 350 signatures and then I just stopped.
Yeah.
I just gave up. I don't know why, but if you went to Linfield College in 2015, yeah, I probably walked up to you and asked you if you could sign my petition. I walked up to any person. It didn't matter. Teacher, student, teacher, visitors, guest speaker, counselors, the lunch lady, tuck shop, everything, anybody. You could, at any time. You walking past me, can you sign this? Can you sign this?
And you got those 350 signatures.
Yeah.
So you were pretty much
I was
you were
damn near
approaching
there.
the fucking finish line.
I used to put the petition in every class I was in. Everybody signed this. Everybody signed this. Every
You
class.
could have sat outside countdown for half a day.
I
to
could
get
have
the
done
rest of your
anything,
fucking
but
signatures. But
I
you
just gave up.
Stopped.
I just
So
stopped.
don't blame those 6 months of not having your phone on me.
No, I
blame
will.
it on yourself.
I still will blame it on you because I thought of the petition idea myself.
Yeah, and
And
I
that was
agreed to it.
probably 5 months in.
I agree
So-
to it. Oh, shut
Seriously.
up. No, it was not. You know that's a lie.
Seriously.
You know that's a lie.
But yeah, well, I've got another creative punishment story, but I feel like
You're going to save that one?
save that one. I'm going to bank that one.
That was a torturous punishment. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yes. But there's a small confession that comes with it that we've briefly discussed.
What? To confess to me?
Yeah.
Something
But
I don't know about.
no, but we did. You just found out about it last year, but I want to re-bring it to the table.
I probably don't even remember what it
Well.
was.
Well, we'll leave that. But yeah. What are you talking about now?
I don't know.
I thought you were the Segway king. Like I do a Segway, then you do a Segway. That's how it should be.
Well, like I said, we normally sit down for about 20, 30 minutes before we start.
I know.
And try and plan it out. We did none of that this week. So we're just fucking flying off the handle here.
I know, but if I look at you, that's your turn
It's my turn to what?
to segue into what's on the board.
Fuck yeah, now. There's no segues there. You know what? I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
A lot of working out.
Wow.
What?
Can we just skip a subject?
It doesn't have to go in fucking
Oh, I
order.
thought we were going in order. Yes, I am also, guys. I've been doing the damn thing.
65 hard.
Yeah, my 65 hard, and I've also decided it's 64. Yeah.
Why? Because your flight.
Yeah, because I actually leave on the 29th. And I land on the 30th.
Just call it 65 hard anyway.
Yeah, sounds better.
Yeah.
I've been doing it, guys. I've been doing 2 45-minute workouts every single day, and I haven't had no fast food, and I've been drinking my water, and I've been reading my goddamn book.
And only water.
And only water. Yeah, that's right. I haven't had no juice, no milk, no coffee, no nothing. But yeah, I've been doing it. I haven't been weighing myself properly, so I can't really give you a real update. But if I could, I would say I lost 1 kg and some grams.
That's good for a week.
Yeah.
Anything going down, no matter how big or small.
Oh,
if it's going in the right direction, then that's all that matters.
It's going down.
So I've been not hassling you. No? Well, have I been doing it right? Remember when we were talking about...
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be kind with it.
You have been. The most thing is that when I said, yeah, I went for my work this morning, he's like, wow.
That was
he's like, wow.
Surprise.
He couldn't believe it. Like, hello. I've been walking.
The vibe was wrong. I know, when you said it, I reacted and I was like, oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't mean it like, it was more like oh, yeah, sweet. So you've only got 1 left.
Yeah. But it came across a little bit sideways.
Well, because sometimes I try to wake you up in the morning. Or not wake you up. Like if I hear you're already gotten up, I'll walk over. Just
because my phone's going doesn't mean I'm awake.
I hear you get up, is what I just said.
Oh.
Are you fucking listening?
Well, some mornings you be yelling at me through the door.
No, I don't. I've been respecting it.
You know who did? My mother. At 5:50 in the morning, after I was up late from the gym, which she should have known because I left the gym when she was watching maths.
Anyway.
5:50 in the morning, she comes in, knocking on my thing. Dahlia. I'm like, what? I thought it was a fire.
Anyway.
I was like, she's like, do you have any deodorant? Dad locked the bathroom door. She couldn't wait. I was like, damn. Anyways, that was the most wake up call I got. But yeah.
Yeah, and I've been respecting your space because normally I hassle the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
Get
I know.
Up, go
and
do
I
it.
hate
Get
that.
up. Fucking hurry up.
That.
So I've been kind with it.
But like in my mind, all I'm thinking about is I have to report back to this.
Oh, like next week? Yeah. I thought when we brought it up last week and you agreed to it, I was like, oh, fuck. She
has to do it now. Yeah.
Because every week you have to report.
Because even when I'm on my Instagram and I'll be telling everybody like on my story, like, yeah, guys, I'm doing 75 hard. I don't really
care. You don't commit to it that hard.
Nah.
But with this,
especially on close friends.
But with this,
it's like I have to because anybody could see it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
It just feels different.
It just feels different.
Feels like more of a commitment.
The hardest day was yesterday because yesterday was like our takeout dinner movie night that we do every Tuesday.
Oh, fucking movie night.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are we gonna turn this into a movie review? Seriously. But yeah.
We'll save it for the end.
Last night was the hardest because we finished watching the movie at like what? I don't know. I got to the gym. I got to the gym at 10. Oh. That's all I could say. And I had to be there for 45 minutes, you know.
But you did it.
Yeah, but damn.
You'll be going twice a day?
Twice a day, yep.
Inside, outside?
Inside, outside, left side, right side, upside, down. Everything.
Well, that's good.
But yeah.
Mine's going good.
Yeah, I know.
I've been really
I know yours is going good.
I've gone for a run every day.
Yeah, that's good.
When I started this, because I've been going for...
When is the marathon?
So I'm like, I didn't get into the Gold Coast Marathon. I'm going to do my own.
Oh.
So I'm going to run from home.
How did you not get into the Gold Coast one?
It sold out. The half marathon sold out in a day. And I got the day wrong. I asked Mum.
Yeah.
Can you get your Mum? Yeah. Can you buy me tickets because I'm going to be at work on the road?
Yeah.
They're getting released on this day. I got the wrong day. It was the day before.
You know who you need to hit up when you need to buy tickets. No matter if I'm working. It's me.
Whatever.
I'm a ticket master.
Ticket queen, yes, okay.
Everybody need to know that. Even if it's a marathon.
But then I thought about it. I was like, why do I need to pay fucking $200?
But isn't it more of a
run? I'm not really fussed.
Isn't there a Brisbane one? Do you think about that?
I don't know.
You don't want to do that?
No, I thought about it. I was like, why do I have to pay to run? I don't care about like.
Wait.
I don't care
It's like
about
actually such a revolution. Why do you have to pay to run? You have to pay? I didn't know you had to pay.
for the Gold Coast, the like half marathon, the marathon,
how much
5K,
is it?
the 10K, that was like $180 or something.
For one
For the half
ticket?
marathon, yeah.
$180.
I think the half marathon might be the most popular one. I could be mistaken, but I think it is.
You fitness people are crazy. You
Don't
runners
say
are crazy.
You fitness people.
You
that look at
runners
me
are
like that.
crazy.
I'm only on the start of
$180
mine.
is crazy though.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
I can't get over that. What are you paying for?
Like, so you get like timed and I don't know. You get a.
I'll bring out my stopwatch for you, mate.
I don't know. Like, and it's the event. It's an event.
That's insane to me.
Maybe it's 120.
180 is crazy. That's how much it cost me to go to Drake.
Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure it was around that figure.
Is there VIP?
Why would there?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know either. I've never done one. I've never done one.
Maybe it's to pay for all the medals, because does everyone get a medal?
I don't fucking know. I've never done one. I don't.
So now you're doing your own.
Yeah, I was going to do mine.
Okay.
So I'm going to run from home to the lake.
Yeah.
I thought about going from home to the lake and back twice.
Yeah.
But
That's boring.
I want to cut out crossing roads.
Don't you want it to be like an adventure?
I'm just going to go from here to the lake.
Yeah.
And around the lake. Like 5 or 6 times. But I'm going to ask family.
Yeah.
This is news to you. To like set up drink stations for me as I'm running around. And then a finish line at the end on the grass area at the lake.
Okay.
So I kind of get the
marathon experience.
To a degree. Yeah.
Are we allowed to give drinks to anybody, or?
I guess if you got enough on the table. I'm not going to need them all. But I want you to fill up the table like I do.
I have not. This is the first time I'm hearing of this idea.
Because I haven't brought it out yet.
So when is it gonna be?
End of July. Sometime in July.
Okay. I'll be in the country.
So yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, I'm doing daily videos on Instagram. I'm up to day 141 today.
Honestly insane.
So what? 19 weeks, I've lost 13.1 kg, something like that. I don't know. I'll update again on Monday, and then I'll know how much I've lost. But I think it's 13.1 kgs. So yeah, that's my plan for my half marathon.
End of July.
But I'm gonna have to walk it out one day.
Yeah.
Before I do it.
What? To know where you want to drink.
For the finish line. I've got to like space it out so I know when to where.
We're gonna have to get a ribbon.
Hey, yeah. But Eli gave me an idea because I was like, "Fuck, I just don't want to go around the lake that many times. So boring."
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run around the lake, and you know when you get to the end, there's that little round thing.
Go through the streets.
No, that little round thing where the playground is.
Yeah. So
I'll run around, and then around that, and then back the other way.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Just so it's different.
What the hell? That's out of it. Well, if you guys want to come down on the day and support
any family watching this that lives on the Gold Coast, I will be hitting you all up. We'll have a barbecue and some drinks afterwards or some shit. But yeah, gonna need some help on the day.
That is crazy.
Maybe even some.
What if somebody wants to?
Soakers.
Does anybody want to join the marathon? Are they allowed?
Eli's already said he will.
I'm not.
Well, no, I don't want to go that slow.
That is so rude.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fastest by then. I'm going to be fastest. I'm going to be like Dash.
You're not.
What if I am?
If you are,
yeah.
I'll fucking...
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you a fucking hell yeah. Hell yeah. If you are that fast, you're definitely getting a fucking hell yeah. No fucking hesitation.
I'm not going to be that fast, am I?
But yeah,
how do you get fast?
Well, do you mean fast over a long distance or a short distance?
I don't know. I've never been fast.
It's pretty much just repetition.
What about a short distance?
Then there's heaps of different exercises. You have to have some
genetics.
Natural ability to be fast off the bat. But you can still train for it.
How come I don't have any natural ability to be athletic?
No, but if you train for it, you can become fast. Even without natural ability, you just won't be the fastest. Damn. Like you won't have that extra bit of...
If I started training today, is there any sport I could get into the Olympics? Swimming.
Maybe one that's stationary, like shooting.
Can I even do shooting if I wear glasses?
Yeah.
Oh.
They all wear like glasses, shooting glasses. I don't see why you can't put prescription in it.
Shooting.
Archery.
That's all I'm worth. What about rock climbing? If I start practicing now.
Oh, fuck. That'll be tough.
How many years have I got? 7?
Well, which it look like...
Oh, I'm talking Brisbane. I'm not going anywhere else.
Okay, so 7.
We'll see.
But it's more like 5, maybe 6, because then you have to qualify. So...
Well, let's think about that. Let's put a pin in that, guys. Let's see how far we get.
Right. But yeah, so... Like, and I've been doing all my videos. I had one good video. I think it was my best video about 3 days ago.
Yeah.
When I was in the rain.
Yeah.
And like fucking... It was a 10K run.
Yeah.
Fucking... It was pissing down... My shoelace came undone at about kilometre number 7. But because my pace was good...
Yeah, I was going to say, did you stop?
No. I just kept going and just try to ignore it in my mind. I was getting a blister. Well, it ended up being a blister on the inside of my right foot. But yeah, that was a good video. And like I got a random comment from like one of my mates at primary school.
Crazy.
And like we haven't connected in what?
Wow.
20, 30 years?
40 years?
I don't know.
50 years? Damn.
No, because he went to my intermediate and my college.
Almost 70 years.
No, he went to high school. What the fuck? I'm trying to think over here and you're just fucking bagging on me, motherfucker. Anyway. But yeah, he wrote me fuck, what was the message? I won't read the whole thing, just the gist of it, if I can find it quickly.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He just had a random memory of playing footy or soccer at Gladstone Primary. An athlete, saying I was an athlete as well, with a jumbo bag of burger rings, which exploded. So I must have been holding the burger rings as I was playing, which exploded. And you let all of our mates scramble for the chips, and I went on to score a goal. So I just kept playing. I forgot about the burger rings. I don't know. It was just some random memory that he had of when we were at primary school.
That is so crack up. That's so crazy, like the power of social media, low-key. Like, if you do randomly think of someone from way back,
true.
You can just be like,
look them up.
Hey, I've tried for like 2 people.
Yeah.
My best friend in kindergarten.
Oh, fucking Maya. Oh,
I've tried to find her, but I've never been able to find her.
Yeah.
Even though I know how to spell her name and everything. Yeah. And
surname as well?
Nah, not her surname. But I always go on the because her mum's a real estate agent. Okay. Or used to be.
Yeah.
Anyways, way back, I was like stalking a real estate agent. And my friend, when we first moved to Australia when I was 10, Jordan.
Yeah,
and she lived in Bundaberg. I knew it was
going to be the one over here, but I couldn't remember who.
And she we were in the same class, but she was new and she was only there for like 6 months, and she wasn't there on picture day, so I could never find her last name.
Oh, true.
All I know is Jordan and Bundaberg, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I've never been able to find her.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever looked for anyone.
I look for everyone. I'll look for anybody. Anybody I have a memory of, I'll start looking for them. And I'll follow them too on Instagram. I follow a lot of people that I went to like high school, primary school, intermediate, anything. Because I'll just be like, damn, I'm going to follow them. And if they follow me back, oh my God, they remember me too. If they don't follow me back, well then.
Shit, I cannot. No.
Is there anybody you want to look for? Your green friend?
Green. Nui?
No. Is that Nui?
Yeah.
From Kindy?
Yeah, okay. So, I'm colourblind. Let's make sense of this. I do not have a green friend.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, at kindergarten, I made a new friend, and my mum came to pick me up. I said, oh, mum, blah, blah, blah. I made a new friend. I probably didn't use those words, but maybe I did. I don't feel like it. And she says, oh, yeah, which one? And I said, oh, that one. Said, which one? That one over there, the green one.
Crazy.
Okay.
Hulk.
Nui is Sri Lankan. He's dark skinned. He's not green. Yeah. But I was colourblind. I reckon I was talking about his jumper or a t-shirt. But
because you know what it reminds me of?
What?
That story?
What?
That scene in New Girl when they find out Winston's colorblind.
Okay.
And Schmidt is wearing green shoes.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, they're brown. Those aren't green. Those are brown. Yeah. And then they're like, Winston, if my shoes are brown, what color are you? Yeah. And then I'm like, oh my God, Winston thinks he's green. Confirmed. Dad thought knew he was green. There's scientific evidence behind it now.
But anyway.
Wow, I didn't know that was like Nui, your friend.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
He
messaged me the other day too.
Really?
Yeah. On one of my videos.
That's so random.
On my running videos. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I remember him
no,
because...
he didn't message me. He commented.
Oh yeah. I remember him because we have the same birthday.
Oh, he was like 2 days before or after your birthday.
And one day he came to our house and I'll never forget it.
This is another primary school that I went to primary with.
Another person.
Huh?
You said this is another primary school.
Oh, primary school friend.
Yeah.
That I went to primary school with, intermediate and high school.
Crazy.
Same as the John. The
Must be nice. I moved back and forth. I could never keep my solid.
All my friends
primary
were rich
school friends.
Too.
Crazy.
I had heaps of white friends and they were rich. I mingled with everyone. They weren't all rich, but yeah. Because I was in Mount Albert.
A lot of my white
went to
friends.
Gladstone Primary.
Yeah.
And like, I had heaps of poor friends too, actually. Now that I think about it properly, but yeah.
Yeah.
But heaps of them lived in what the real estate people called the golden triangle of real estate on the Mount Albert Mountain.
Because of the school zone?
No, because of the houses there.
Oh.
They were gangster. I used to go to their houses all the time. They had computers and a lot of shit that I didn't have.
Crazy. But I forgot what I was talking about now.
Me too.
Speaking of Mount Albert, as you guys can see, I was supposed to talk about this in the beginning.
For 1 second.
I was supposed to talk about this in the beginning, but we're just covering, from the first episode, we're covering up some things, and we have this, which is from my brother's 21st, and if you can read it, I don't know if you can, but it has every significant
suburb
or
place,
location,
places our family are from.
So, for example, K's up to my days up.
Oh my God. That's the only reason you wanted to point it out.
No, because you were talking about Mount Albert.
Okay.
But is Mount Albert even on here? Oh, Morningside.
Morningside. I'm from Morningside.
Yeah. Well, I was pretty much raised in Morningside.
Youngest years.
And then Calston.
Yeah, Riverview.
And then Carrara.
Yeah, I don't think that made it.
I went from Calston to Carrara.
Yeah.
To Mount Roskill.
Yeah.
To Upper Coomera. Crazy transition. But I ripped Calston the most. I don't know why.
Yeah, just because you think you're fucking cool like that.
Gaze up to my days up.
Stupid ass.
I don't know why, but it's more Riverview Road. Like that house, one day when I get rich, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna go there.
That was such a shitty layout of a house.
I love that house. And I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna take like $5 million in a briefcase and be like, give me the house.
5 million?
Yeah.
You're overpaying.
And 24 Western Springs Road.
Yeah, that's the one you pay 5 million for.
10 mil. Boom. Briefcase.
Shut up, you
I want
idiot.
my houses back.
All right.
My placenta's still in the backyard.
Oh, there's two at Morningside.
Yeah. That's what I always think about. I'm just like, these people living in my house, my placenta's in the backyard.
Well, they might have dug it all up and put a garden back there or some shit.
Well, I hope not.
Maybe.
Seriously. Anyways, yeah, so that's what that's about, guys. What else? We can't just keep on going, what else? I wonder if people do that when they have a podcast and they just cut it all out. If they like pause and they're like, so now what should we talk about?
Probably.
I had a confession about my 75 hard.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that?
I forgot.
What?
But it's something that happened on day 2.
You didn't do one of your 45
minutes? I didn't do something, but I can't remember what it was.
Didn't read the book?
It wasn't my 45 minutes.
Book?
It was my book.
You drank something that you shouldn't drink?
Nah.
You ate something that you shouldn't eat?
It was something light. It's gone. If I think of it again, I'll let you know.
Daily photo?
Yes. I didn't.
So have you been doing those daily photos?
Yeah.
That is so confronting.
Yeah.
Like
I hate it.
would not like that.
I hate it.
Because I did a before photo for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I did a photo on day 100.
Yeah.
Next photo is not till day 200.
Yeah, see? I have to do it every day, but...
Daily photos.
I haven't been.
You
I'm not going to
been?
lie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you should.
I think I
don't
almost
think that should
have
be part
been.
of the 75 hard. That's like...
Hundies, eh?
Yeah.
Hundies.
And like you're not going to see all those differences.
Yeah.
Once a week is enough.
Anyways.
I think. Personally.
Yeah. But I think, yeah, that was my only confession.
And what? Something about scary prospects?
Scary old people. I can't remember why I wrote that on the board.
Because there's old people that scare you and old people that don't. Like grandparents or...
Oh, yes. But where was I going? Oh, yeah. Like, you know when you go to an old people's home?
Yeah.
And it's pretty much a lot of scary old people. Because they're shouting and you can hear them.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell? But we were talking about my dad's grandparents, great-grandparents.
My great
great grandma.
Your great.
Because I met her. I remember her. She was, I think, 96 when she passed away, or 95.
So you would have... How old were you? 5-ish?
No, because I remember my very first funeral.
Mm.
Oh, not my very first, but the one I remember when I knew what death was Cyril. Remember Cyril?
Did he pass before?
Before.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I remember because I was like, I think I was 7.
Yeah.
And I went to this funeral and I knew what death was.
Yeah.
And I was unconsolable at Cyril's funeral. Do you remember?
Barely.
I could not stop crying.
Okay.
And Mum was like, what the hell is this? Because it was like, Cyril was my great-grandfather. Well, Norman was my great-granddad.
Yeah.
Yeah. His brother.
Yeah.
So, like, and
they lived
all my
together.
memories of Cyril was like, he was angry and he was upstairs. I never seen him around.
He wasn't angry, just grumpy.
Yeah, just grumpy old man, and he was upstairs.
Yeah. But he was actually like, what's the word? He was actually quite jolly. He just always seemed grumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, really a child. I can't remember much.
Yeah.
But yeah. And yeah, we're just talking about Dad's grandma, great-grandma, and how she was so coherent even though she was so old. Like, she could read, she could write, she could walk, she could talk. Yeah. She was super chill. Like,
she could have proper conversations at 96.
At 96, she was super chill.
Whereas my nan...
Yeah, my great-grandma, she was sick, right?
Was she scary?
She wasn't scary, but one time she scared me.
Yeah.
Once. Because... we went to visit her with Nance, and she was saying that she hadn't eaten, and Nance was like, yes you have, you literally just came from dinner. And she was like, I haven't eaten, and she started yelling, and then Nance was like, oh my gosh, and then Nance left me and Trey in the room because she went to go get her food. But I didn't know that. I didn't know where Nance was going. And then she sat up and she's like, where's she gone? Where's she gone? And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, I think she's getting you food. And she was like, bullshit. And I was like, because she never swore around me. But yeah. And one thing about Nanny Gwen is she always used to call everybody Joe.
Joe. Yeah.
How's it going, Joe? That's what she would always say. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
How you going, Joe? And then later in my old life, I found out that Joe means sweetheart. In old timey English. Yeah. So whole time she was saying like, hey, sweetheart. Yeah. Like, she was giving us a cute nickname, and I just thought, who the hell is Joe? The whole time I was like, who is Joe? But yeah. And then when I found that out, I started crying because I was like, damn. Yeah. Talk about an unappreciated gift.
Oh, damn.
That's deep. That is deep.
Damn. Fuck, that came out of nowhere.
Quick with it.
Alright. I have no idea how long we've been going
Neither.
for. I don't look. I'm
trying to have a look.
We've got about 20 odd minutes left. What are you looking at? Where?
Well,
there's nothing to look at on the fucking laptop.
There is. There's a timer. You didn't know this?
Yeah, but the mic's been going for way longer than the fucking video.
Oh, yeah, but not really.
Yeah, way longer.
Not really. I didn't start it that much after.
Oh, okay, fuck, I have no idea then. I didn't see you start it, if that's the case.
Anyways.
Wrap up. What am I doing?
NRL wrap up. Oh, my tips. Do I do my tips first? Does anybody care about my tips?
We gotta care about your tips.
Damn, I guess you do.
I guess I can quickly do my Warriors. I'm gonna change it. So instead of player of the day or man of the match, unsung hero.
I didn't even think
so
of
I think
a hottie.
That's better. Oh, you didn't?
Oh, I've got a hottie.
You asked about somebody, but you got one anyway.
Yeah, I got a different one.
So Warriors, good win, fucking tough win.
I don't want to hear about...
There's a clear message from that game. If you get hit in the face or the head with like 5 minutes to go and the scores are tied, stay down.
Stay down.
Well done, Chance. Get that fucking penalty.
Yeah, well done. That's what I was going to say. I don't want to hear any slander about chance this, chance that.
I don't care if you stay down, didn't stay down, whatever. He stayed down. He got hit in the face. It's a penalty. We got the penalty. We won.
That's it.
And if that happened against us, I would eat it.
Yeah.
You have to eat it.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Exactly.
You eat it because a penalty is a penalty. Anyway, unsung hero, Dahlia's favourite warrior, Aaron Clark.
That is a crazy G up, bro.
I think he had an early mistake.
That's a crazy G up. Okay, yeah, cool. Fucking hell.
But yeah, I think he had an early mistake. But yeah,
he's actually been playing so good in the Warriors.
I didn't like when he came in and Jazz was leaving. I was like, what's the difference? Like for like, and they're still similar, even though Jazz has moved into hooker full time at Manly. But fuck, he's been solid at 13. He didn't do anything above like that's why it's my unsung hero, not man of the match. He was where he needed to be. I think he made a mistake early, or he missed one crucial tackle, but didn't let that phase him. Still got in and did what he had to do for the rest of the match. So unsung hero. Then special shout out, obviously, fucking Halasima again this week.
I was gonna say, don't say it.
With that fucking try.
Yeah.
That try was fucking beautiful. If I can silence the crowd, even though the coaches are in the fucking box. What are you doing, you fucking idiot? Get into the fucking post.
That was crazy.
You gotta let him have that one. It's his first try.
And
it was a fucking gangster try.
He was gonna be hottie of the week for that.
Also, Pompey gets a shout out. That try he scored. Off
that's right. My bad, Pompey.
The ugly offload from Fish.
That was crazy.
And fucking Pompey just did it all on his own. And then Chance still another good game. Forwards all played well, but yeah. Clark, unsung hero.
I wanted to give a little fact. The Warriors,
here we go.
Since 1998.
Here we go.
If they have,
why not 95?
Because
we're erasing the 3 years.
No, this is the fact.
Okay.
This is a little fact.
Okay.
If they have won if they have won 3 of the first 4 games of the season, they've made it into the top 8 since 1998.
Okay.
So.
Doesn't mean shit.
I don't want to say it.
It doesn't mean shit.
I don't want to say it.
There's one thing you should never have as a Warriors fan.
Hope.
Expectations.
Oh.
Ever. Because when we had that great year 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then everyone last year before we started.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to be in the top 8. We're going to be in the top 4.
We're going to do
to the grand final. Blah, blah, blah. No. Cut out all that shit. Anytime the Warriors have a good season, you appreciate it. Ride the wave.
And then you move on.
Before the season. Never have any expectations. Just doesn't work.
I'm just saying
doesn't work as a Warriors.
A little fact.
Yeah,
and dare I say it.
It's a cool fact.
It's our year.
But it doesn't mean shit.
It's our year.
Every year is our year.
Exactly.
So yeah, your tips. Oh, your hottie of the week.
Well, it's going to be Halasima for his try and for Bella.
I think you asked. Oh, for Bella. Fuck's sakes.
For her Instagram story. My little cousin, she posted it on her story. She said, my man got his first try. You do you, boo. Or you did it, boo. Or something like that.
Stupid. She's what? 13, 14?
Yeah.
Talking like that?
Yeah, she needed...
Yeah.
Don't get me started on her. Anyways. And her twin sister. Yeah, Maddie, you too. Anyway,
tips. So... We want to build this up. Any anticipation?
For what?
So you went 7 out of 8 week 2.
Yeah.
6 out of 8 week 3.
Last week.
So first game.
Are we talking about last week or this week?
Yeah, each game.
I can't give you the
so first
game by game.
Wrong. Second game, wrong. Third game, wrong. Fourth game, wrong. Dahlia started last week's tips 0 and 4. But
0 and 4.
She pulled out the bag. Last 4 games. 5th game, win. 6th game, win. 7th game, win. 8th game, win.
That's what I call a 4P.
And that was actually a good week in tipping circles. I'm not doing any tipping comps.
Yeah.
But from people I've spoken to, 4 out of 8 last week.
Yeah.
Wasn't that bad.
4 out of 8 was actually not that bad. And if I didn't hate the Broncos so much,
you would have got 5.
I would have got 5. I'm the only person in my whole tipping comp that didn't pick the Broncos.
Oh my god! And that means so you would have been at the top. You would have been winning.
Yeah, I would have been number 1. So I'm holding second place. And
you would be first. And I told you the Broncos would hurt you.
I know.
First podcast.
And I knew it.
I told you they'll hurt you.
But
if you're not going to tip them.
I'm not going to not tip them. It's just like I had vibes that the other team was going to win. But that's what I wanted to say. Like last week, I put education into it. Oh. I factored in some statistics in my mind.
So you're just going back to vibes?
So I'm going back to vibes. So I don't want to hear no chatter about nothing.
Okay, have you got your tips ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so game 1, Thursday night. Mm-hmm. Raiders versus Sharks.
Raiders.
That's a vibe pick.
Yep.
All right.
That's a vibe pick.
Okay. Any reason?
Just vibes.
Okay. So if I ask any reason for all of these games, it's going to be just vibes.
Yeah.
The response.
Yeah.
Okay. First Friday night game, Panthers, Cowboys.
Penrith. I did take Penrith. I was close to picking the Cowboys.
To last week by the Rabbitohs.
I was close to picking the Cowboys, but I was like, the Panthers just have to win.
And plus, you said you were going to take the Cowboys until they won.
Yeah, and they won. So
you got
Cowboys are going back down.
All right. Second game Friday, Rabbitohs, Roosters.
I picked the Roosters.
Latrell's
Nothing
back.
but vibes. Is he in the Roosters?
Back. No, he's in the Rabbitohs.
Oh my god.
He's playing in the centres though. He's not at fullback. But he changes the Tide.
No, I'm not going to change it. Roosters.
All right. First game Saturday, Eels, Dragons.
Now it's my time to be an Eel supporter.
First one of
I'm
the year?
going to keep picking them until they win.
Oh, fuck. So you've just gone from the fucking Cowboys to the Eels.
Well, they have to win one.
Well, apparently there's a rule. You will win one of your first 6 games. So you're getting in at the right time, but who knows if that's true or not. Okay. Titans, Dolphins.
I picked the Titans. I've got big faith in the Titans.
Well, they're the favourites.
Yeah.
Okay. And last game Saturday, Broncos, Tigers.
Contrary to popular belief, guys, I have finally tipped the Broncos.
It's happening?
Yeah, it's happening.
Okay.
It's happening.
I think Luai's out. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, then. I didn't even know that. So
first game Sunday, Seagulls versus Storm.
This is a vibe. This is a straight vibe.
Yeah.
I got Manly.
Okay. They are at home and they normally play the Storm well.
I just feel like ever since DCE's little announcement, Manly's going to do really good. He's just going to hit them where it hurts and then leave. You know what I mean?
Well, like,
he's going to have
a premiership and leave.
Yeah. I
feel like where it hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be so mad.
And then they'll go back to the bottom. Seriously.
All right.
Once he comes to the Warriors.
Last game Sunday, Bulldogs, Knights.
I got the Knights. The Bulldogs are due for a loss.
Yeah.
They're due for a loss.
I don't know if it's going to be this week, but okay.
But I got it.
All right.
Vibes.
All right, and my try scorers last week were pretty shit, I think. I took 5. I think I got 2. But the weather all weekend was fucking horrible.
A lot of rain.
A lot of tries scored up the middle, and I pretty much always have a winger as one try scorer and then someone else. So it wasn't a good week for me. So this week's bet, Roosters Rabbitohs game. What?
Nothing. I'm just thinking in my head how I'm going to fix this.
Yeah, try and match it up.
Anyways, go. Who cares?
Roosters Rabbitohs game. I've gone for Latrell Mitchell and Ravalawa. Mitchell's first game back. He's going to score one and set one up for the winger outside of him. Tigers Broncos, I've got Gosiowski and Cobbo. Knights Bulldogs game, I've got Connor Tracy and Montoya for tries. So that's 6 tries. $5 bet will win you $450.
My kind of bet.
Odds when I took the bet. If you don't like those odds, drop a few players off, 2 or 3 of them. Bring your odds down to something that you like better than that. Like most people like betting, 10 to 1, 15 to 1, just to get a few dollars.
I don't look at me, because when I go on sports bet, I go crazy.
I swing for the fences.
I go crazy.
So yeah, we didn't think of a topic for the movie
Or the song.
So we can base it on the fucking stinker of a movie we watched last night.
I don't think it was a stinker.
It was shit.
You just have to have.
So
I gained
name
some
a
perspective.
Shit movie you've watched.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we tie that into a shit song. What's a good song? What's a song that people think is good?
Yeah. But you don't like.
I don't know.
I'm gonna hurt some feelings. I'm gonna hurt some feelings.
I just thought of that right now, so I can't even. I'll try and think of one by the time we get to it. But anyway, stinker of a movie.
Wait, are we saying also like same for the movie, like a movie everyone loves that you don't like?
Well, I think my one was already one.
Yeah, but should that be the
like Oscar talk and
that's going to be the theme, okay, guys?
What?
That's going to be the theme.
Okay.
It like critically acclaimed, or most people like it, but you don't.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
So mine's fucking fresh on the memory. We watched it last night for movie night.
Really, you going to do something?
Why wouldn't I?
Okay.
Substance.
Go ahead.
Fucking shit movie. Shit. It was just dumb. But the whole premise of the movie is given
too much
to you.
Ass.
The ass. I was okay with all the ass. That's fine.
Well, wild. Anyways, roll on.
But yeah, like the whole premise of the movie is pretty much given to you in the first 30 odd minutes. The movie could have been wrapped up as a 95 minute movie, but that shit went on for like, I don't know, almost 2.5 hours. It just went completely off the fucking rails at the end. Weird as shit. And I don't know if the thought of it is like it's some type of cinematic fucking masterpiece. I wouldn't go that far. I don't know if anyone else went that far, but for me that movie was just, oh my god,
shockers.
It was dumb. And
I get
the
it.
ending.
I get it.
It was just.
I gained some perspective,
no,
and I also like
the premise of the movie. I get.
Yeah.
And it's a good premise.
Yeah.
But the way that they went about it.
Yeah, but I think that's the
way
point.
over the top.
It's just get you talking.
Oh, but it was just, oh my god. And in terms of sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but Demi Moore winning a Golden Globe for that when she had maybe.
Oh, 30, she had to win the Globe.
She acted. But
she was acting.
She had 30 to 40 lines of dialogue. There was
dialogue
there was another
is
thing
like
about that movie, that there was fuck all dialogue, and I need dialogue to be fucking to draw me in.
But acting is not just about dialogue.
Yes, I know.
Movies aren't just about dialogue.
There are some good movies.
Movies started with silence.
There are some good movies with little dialogue. That was not one of them.
Well, what was I gonna say?
A movie
that I don't like that everybody else likes.
You need to be quick with it so I can think of a song.
So why would I be quick with it?
Well, have you got a movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay, well, just look like you're thinking about it for fucking. Sorry, carry on.
Seriously. I don't think it's that funny, and everybody thinks it's fucking hilarious. Step Brothers.
I knew you were going to say Step.
Yeah.
I should have fucking said it.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say it.
Yeah. I just think I missed the time. I wasn't allowed to watch it when it came out. I wouldn't have been. And if I watched it when I was that age, maybe I would have thought it was funny then, which makes me think it's funny now. You know what I mean? But I never got to watch it when it was hype. I watched it when I was older, and I was just like, this is ridiculous.
There's funny moments, for sure.
I just don't like it.
Do you like any Will Ferrell movies? Because he pretty much does the same.
Yeah,
genre in all of them.
I like Will Ferrell. You know, I like Alf.
Yeah, that's a bit different. Like, what about what was it? Get Hard, Talladega Nights. Those
Never
types.
seen that.
They're
Get
pretty much
Hard.
the same.
I think I like Get Hard.
So
with
those
Kevin
are the same
Hart.
types of comedy pretty much throughout,
Yeah.
to a degree.
I guess, yeah. I get it. Will Ferrell's funny. Like, he is funny, but the way that everybody hypes that movie up is just like, to me, I'm just like, ugh. No offense. Please don't come for my neck about that.
Yeah, it's a good movie though. Like even the story is pretty good.
What?
Like for a comedy. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
but
gonna be fucking,
it's just not for me,
yeah,
personally.
fair enough. I think I thought of a song.
When?
Not happening.
I've been trying to get it for ages.
I was trying. I thought about it a couple of times and I was like, nah, that doesn't work.
I tried for ages, and there was one part when I was gonna hit you, but I was like, nah, that's rude.
When?
It was
Did I
like when.
Oh, fuck yes. Right at the death.
Wow.
Right at the end of the episode.
Wow.
Right at the end of the
Wow.
episode.
That's actually rude. Anyways.
That one fit perfectly because I needed to know when in the podcast you were
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
2-1. 2-1 to me.
Who's keeping score? Nobody. Don't even get me started. You know what? Next podcast we're gonna talk about him and his
fucking hell.
little competitive ass. Okay? Because don't get me started about that. Anyways, song.
My song. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah.
Is it called My Heart Will Go On?
By Celine Dion, the Titanic song.
Yeah, that's a drag of a song.
Never
And don't fucking like. I know how amazing of a singer she is. Blah blah blah.
I know that
It's
the
just
heart will go on. That's crazy.
Just a bit much for me. And
That's
I do
crazy.
like songs like that. Or
He likes Adele.
Adele and shit like that. So it's not a bias type thing, but that particular song is just
Is it because of the movie?
maybe because not a big fan of the movie either. So
You
maybe it's
should have
tied
said
into
that.
it. Maybe it's tied
You
into it.
should have said that for
Oh,
your
for
movie.
my movie. Oh, true.
You should have said Titanic.
No, but it's a good movie.
That'll rough. Oh, see. Yeah.
It is a good movie. It's just not necessarily my type of movie.
Song that everybody likes or critically acclaimed that I don't like. It's hard for me because I really like a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
songs.
hard for me because I don't hate that song that I just said because I like all music pretty much, bar death metal and techno. I'm not really, but pretty much anything else.
What song? It's hard for me.
Okay, I guess we end it there. Then.
No
song for you.
No, I have to have a song.
Well, we can't just sit here and watch you think about it.
A few moments later.
Think of
Fucking hell. Shape of You by Ed Sheeran.
Shape of You.
Yeah.
How's that one go?
I'm in love with your body, and I'm in love with the shape of you.
Yeah.
You push and pull like a magnet.
Sure. You don't like it?
Last night it was a
Okay. Yeah. We get it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But you are an Ed Sheeran fan,
Oh yeah, I love Ed Sheeran.
right?
I love Ed Sheeran.
But that song,
I just don't like it.
yeah.
It's overplayed for one.
Yeah.
Very overplayed. You walk into any Cotton On factory,
Cotton
JJ,
On.
Westfield, whatever you're doing, you're gonna
Yeah.
hear that song.
Yeah.
Over it.
Yeah. Nice.
And I didn't like it when it first came out either. I was like, this is not Ed Sheeran. It's not giving.
Well, it is Ed Sheeran.
But it's not giving what he used to give. But I get it. It's all good.
Well, you got there in the end.
Yeah.
You got a
finally.
song.
Thank God.
Well done.
Anyways, guys, stay tuned next week.
Oh,
We're going to
shit.
talk about...
I forgot to tell you something.